Mongols attacked the Caucasus and conquered the Russian principalities. Starting with the Battle of the Khalkha River in 1223, they began to conquer Russia. The Russian army was a large army of 80,000 men, consisting of a large number of peasant soldiers and a small number of heavy cavalry called Druzhina, but was defeated by the Mongol army's camouflage and lure tactic known as Mangudai Tactics. In Mangudai Tactics, horsemen entered the enemy's camp and waged war with bluffs, then pretend to be defeated and march in line. Then the opposing party's morale is high, and they open the gate to annihilate the fleeing enemies and kill the enemy. But this tactic is a trap. Numerous ambushing soldiers ambush in advance to surround and annihilate the pursuing soldiers. Returning home in 1225, Genghis Khan began an attack on Western Xia. In July 2027, during an expedition to Western Xia, Genghis Khan had a horse-riding fall accident at Arboca in November, after which he became seriously ill and lay on a sickbed. Since Genghis Khan was already over 60 at the time of the accident, the fall must have been very damaging. Since then, his health seems to have started to deteriorate significantly. Following Genghis Khan's successor, Genghis Khan's third son Arboca ascended to the throne. As Great Khan, he conquered Western Xia and, according to Genghis Khan's will, killed every single member of the Western Xia people. Then the Mongols invaded the Jin dynasty, a hegemonic power in East Asia. At this time, the Mongols learned the techniques of siege warfare. In 1234, the Jin dynasty was overthrown by the Mongols. Before Genghis Khan died, in 1213, Genghis Khan led the army and invaded the Jin dynasty and conquered and annexed the territory south of the Great Wall. In 1214, Genghis Khan made a firm commitment to the Jin dynasty and retreated. But immediately after the agreement, the Jin dynasty moved its capital south of the Yellow River to Gaifeng, the old northern Song capital. Fearing a Mongol attack, Genghis Khan regarded this as an act of treachery and attacked the Jin dynasty again. In 1215, the Mongols besieged and captured the old capital of Jin dynasty, that is present-day Beijing. Yelchukai, who later became active in the administration of Mongolia in the era of his successor Mangudai Khan, appeared before Genghis Khan at this time and joined his entourage. Yelchukai, proficient in statesmanship and politics, later helped to refine the internal affairs of Mongol Empire. Originally, Genghis Khan wanted to kill all the peasants who lived in the land of Jin after occupying it. Genghis Khan intended to clear all the land as grazing land for raising livestock, but following the Yelchukai's advice, he did not kill the peasants in the occupied territories, but collected taxes and made a huge profit. Genghis Khan, who had captured Yanjing, left General Bukhari in Yanjing and entrusted him with the management of North China and the Jin dynasty, and he himself returned to the plateau. Genghis Khan, who returned to his home country in 1225, left for the great journey of the Western Xia expedition in July 1227. During the expedition to the west, Genghis Khan had an accident in which he fell from a horse at Arboca in November. After that, he became seriously ill and eventually passed away, and Mangudai ascended the throne as the Great Khan. In 1236, Mangudai Khan began to look west. Thus, an expedition led by Genghis Khan's grandson Batu invaded Europe. In 1238, the Mongols conquered all the principalities of Russia. In 1240, the Mongols conquered the Kiev Principality. Taking advantage of the Mongols' advanced speed, they also won the Battle of the Sit River, where they cut off the supply route of 200,000 Russian troops, surrounding and destroying them. After the Mongols captured Kiev, They massacred people and succeeded in the Russian expedition as they entered the period of Mongol rule in Russia called the Tatars' Yoke. Afterwards, the Polish Allied forces recruited mercenaries from Germany and Austria to expand their forces and prepare for battle with the Mongols. However, they were too defeated by the Mongols' strategy and tactics just like Russia had been, and once again demonstrated the status of the Mongols to the world. In 1214, 80,000 Mongols defeated 150,000 Hungarian knights and entered Hungarian capital Budapest.